Well, I am trying to wait for the jury to come back, but I just can't. This case has been so important to me that I have to say something. I'm Emerf, and I love true crime, and I watch every single trial. But I could not watch the Maya trial because it was just too close to home. Um, I've had MS for 15 years. I suffer chronic pain syndrome. I have very difficult pain to manage. I have had traumatic experiences in hospitals and rehab. And my father unalived himself when I was a child. I could not watch this trial. And it's the first trial I've ever not watched. But I am so over the moon about this finding. My heart is just bursting for Maya. I can't. The jury did so good. Oh, they did so good. The lawyers did okay too. This is just so intense. I can't even get my mind straight. But chronic pain is something that people don't realize. So many people suffer from it, and maybe you've had a clerk treat you like crap and wondered why. Well, they might be a chronic pain sufferer, or even friends and loved ones that know me very well don't understand that it comes and goes and you have good days and bad days. And this poor girl had to have her entire history laid out for the universe to watch, and we watched, and they did it with open hearts. Honestly, I can't even believe it got to trial. So many cases like this get settled out of court, and the lawyers really know how to stop this stuff. And I know that they cut 90% of the things that she was trying to get resolved. But the most important things about her mother, you cannot replace. The reason why self-deletion is harder and more intense of a loss than every other loss is because when someone dies in a car accident, you can get mad about the car accident and the bad driving. When someone gets cancer, you can get mad at the cancer. But when someone takes themselves out, you can only get mad at them. And what's extra frustrating about it, I've only thought about this for 45 years. Now, I'm not that old. I've thought about it for 42, though. You can't help but be mad at the person. And then it's also like the ultimate abuse, because every single person that person knows and loves will spend the rest of their life wondering, what could I have done differently? What should I have done? What about our last conversation? You will relive those moments hundreds of times for eternity. And there's never a resolution. It's like hanging up on someone permanently. I've known a lot of people lose people that way. And it hits different, and it is harder. At one point, I thought this is denying fate, but I've decided that is no way to think. And you know what? There are certain people who are going to end that way, and we cannot live with the idea that it was our job to stop them. And shame on them for making us feel that way. It's unfair. I know this is a really heavy first video because I've been wanting to make a video about my life and just talk true crime because my family is so tired of me talking about it. But this case was so important to me that I just felt like I had to do something. I had to say something. I had to share it with you. I had to unburden myself to you. The perfect strangers out there. Hopefully not for too long. I'm in my mid-40s. I'm a small business owner. I have 10 years of sobriety. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I do. I did stand-up for almost a decade. I love stand-up comedy. Everything changed when George Carlin died. I still haven't recovered from that. you know, it's just, yeah. And I think about people like Richard Jenny a lot, and like, God damn it, you didn't give me a chance to see you live. And you took that away from me. God damn it. When Hunter Thompson died, Rolling Stone put out a beautiful magazine where they had people, like famous friends of his, write commentary about how they felt. And everybody said something that they think he would have liked to have heard. He went out the way he wanted to. Johnny wrote a great story about, like, it's turning out that his ashtray in his room was actually like a keg filled with black powder, and everyone could have exploded. I did love that story, but everything was sugarcoating and everything was like, you know, with honor and all that shit, except for Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson had it right from go. They had been friends for decades. They had been neighbors. And apparently Hunter would just show up at his house at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Does that surprise anyone? And Jack said, who's going to bother me in the middle of the night? And I'm mad at you for ending that. And I'm so mad at Hunter for the way that he went out. Because it is the most selfish thing that you can do. And I understand that Maya's mother was in a very different mental place, and she felt hopeless. And it's an excellent example of, look how quickly everything changed, and how quickly they started to listen to Maya. Now, unfortunately, it was after Mom was out of the picture, but it's an example of, maybe this isn't it, and maybe we shouldn't just give up yet, right? And we should always hang in there, and there's always tomorrow. And please just give it a day. Just give it a little longer. Keep up the fight. Fight to spite them if you have to. That's how I feel about that. I have unloaded a lot of stuff that I think about a lot in a very short amount of time, and I certainly don't want to bore you, but my heart is bursting with joy. I love our system. I'm so proud of America right now. Yes, even Florida, you got it right. Oh, these jurors, they were spicy and saucy, and that was a nice change. And the judge was fantastic. I'll be around some more. Emer42 is in a lot of chats. I might have already annoyed you in there, but I'm all about true crime and all this craziness, and this trial just meant so much to me that I couldn't even watch it. But I cried and I screamed with joy when they said, yes, her death is the hospital's fault. And that is, they did so correct today. I just can't even get over it. So I needed to unload that off of my heart and share it with you. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. And I don't know, I hope we catch up again soon.